My name is Jen Keep, and I've been with Donor Alliance since 2008. Over the years, we have received many lovely quilt squares from donor families just like you. And like you, they have chosen to honor their loved one in a way that will be on display for many years as a way to remember them and help others to remember them too. There are 46 squares on each quilt, and there is no deadline to send us your square. There's no rush to send them to us because we simply accumulate them until we have enough squares to make into a new quilt. And when we have enough, they are all sewn together by one of our donor families who have volunteered so much of their time to help you create something truly memorable. I would like to take a few minutes to help you create your own square and answer some questions that you may have, even if you're not quite sure what these questions are yet. There are a few things that go into making a beautiful quilt square that is as unique as your loved one. First, they should be the correct size. Each square should be 8 inches square, but your design should be a ½ inch away from the edge all the way around so there is room to sew the square onto the quilt. So your design is going to be in the middle of a 7-inch square with a ½ inch border all the way around to make it a total of 8 inches square. If the square is only 7 inches or less, then there's no room around the edge to sew them together. So the next thing to keep in mind is we are going to have these quilts on display for a long time. They will be displayed at events, and they will be moved around and folded and unfolded many, many times. The best way to ensure that your square looks as good in 10 years as it does today is to make it durable to begin with. Your quilt square should be made of fabric or material, and it should not have anything on it attached with glue. This includes iron-on patches. So instead of gluing anything on, they should always be reinforced with thread. Iron-on patches should be ironed on and then sewn on as well. So some people make glue on fabric memory cards, and these are going to fall off. So if you really want to include these, please sew them on. Quilt squares should not be made out of paper, and they should not have any paper on them. This includes paper photos and paper stickers. Over time, photos may become folded and torn, and any quilt squares that we receive made out of paper will be returned. We cannot sew a piece of paper into a quilt. It is possible to print a photo onto fabric or material with your home printer, but if you do, please be very careful. These images can rub off very easily and will begin to deteriorate almost immediately when the image is rubbed. So you can do an internet search to find various companies that will print images onto fabric for you with professional quality. Nothing should be attached with tape of any kind. Again, it's not durable, and tape doesn't really look very attractive. So please do not include any stickers unless they are plastic stickers and you have also sewn them on. Any writing that you add should be done with fabric pen or puffy paint, or a needle and thread rather than with a Sharpie. Writing with a Sharpie spreads and bleeds and becomes difficult to read almost immediately. So if you keep in mind the correct size and its durability, the sky's the limit with your design. People send us squares cut from their loved one's favorite blanket or shirt, and they add embellishments such as lace or buttons or charms or patches which you've sewn on. Some images are pictures made entirely of thread that is made with some really nifty machine. And you can speak with anybody at a quilting store who may also be able to help you come up with a nifty design. So, send us your 8-inch square with the design kept to a 7-inch square in the middle with a ½ inch border all the way around, and we will make sure that it is proudly displayed with other squares, honoring people who have also given the gift of life.